Hey YouTubers, this is your girl Millie. This is my very first YouTube channel. And guess what? I'm in my 40s. I know, I'm stuck on old school. But I'm excited to be part of the game, and this is my, this is my very first YouTube. I'm actually visiting for work. I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I'm here still trying to work with my camera, so bear with me. This is not pro. I'm gonna do the best I can. I was told to use my phone, but I'm using my camera. I have a Canon, so I'm with you guys. I'm getting there. But again, I live in New Jersey. Born and raised in the bricks. Proud to be from there. And I live in another city of New Jersey. Can't tell you everything yet. I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee, doing some motivational speaking. I have having a speaking engagement tonight, and I'm pretty excited. Yeah, and you must think, what is her topic? What does she do? So my profession is, I'm here in the hotel, so I'm kind of just hanging out here. My profession, I'm here in the hotel. I'm still working on this. I know by the time my son edits this, it's gonna look good. I'm a special needs teacher. I've been doing it for like almost 20 years. My 19th year teaching special needs from ages birth up to 72 years old. Yes, been blessed to take up the challenge, and no one should feel sorry for special ed teachers. We get in the game because we love it. It's a blessing. We didn't get in the game for the pay. But you can make a living off it, but it's a blessing, and it's a craft that you perfect throughout the years. And you think, okay, so why is she in Knoxville? Well, in addition to special ed teaching, I'm also a motivational speaker. And as of today, I'm still practicing. I've been doing this for almost 4 years. I've been blessed to talk to many families with children with chronic illnesses across the country, across the USA, so pretty blessed. So today's topic is going to be on resilience. And again, this is not going to be a perfect video. But you know, I've asked a few times to do resilience because they know my story, and you get to know my story through my videos. And you're thinking, okay, why does she have her, I'm a little shy. I got a little shy at first. But you know, actually it's pretty sunny, so just bear with me. You can see my eyes. Okay, just bear with me because in here is very dark. But anyway, you know, I was asked a few times talk about resilience, talk about how you face adversity and all these challenges, and you know, you've gone through so much, and these families went through a lot, and share with them some of your tips that's helped you've gained some resilience. I am so sorry. Everything possible could happen on my first YouTube channel. My earring. I gotta stop. I am back, and I have a lot of topics on chronic illnesses, invisible disabilities. I talk about the special ed, education, special education, special needs. For other states, they call it different. I really call it special needs, and some of the things that you need to make sure that your child has a productive school year. I talk about the resilience factors and everything in between. I too have a child with a chronic illness. I have a chronic illness. I'll explain to you a little later on another channel about that. But today I just want to focus a little chat with you about resilience, because everybody says, well, what do you know about resilience? Well, I just, you know, as a disclaimer, guys, I'm not perfect. We're all not perfect. And I just wanted to share some tips of what has helped me to gain some resilience. So the first thing we want to ask is, what is resilience? I have no light in here, and I figured, why not record my first YouTube in Tennessee? Been here 3 times, 2 times in Memphis, first time here in Knoxville, and I enjoy, and it fascinates me to meet wonderful inspiring resilient families across the country. So I decided, why not do the video here? And I'm all over the place, but my son will hook it up with the editing. He's 14. Love you, Omar. Resilience is a process of adapting well, you know, bouncing back, kicking it. Or I tell people, just kick rocks. And we go through so much trauma and so much tragedy and threats or significant, you know, sources of stress. And so families, we go through this all the time. And to me, it just means bouncing back. And I always got this information from the APA, American Psychological Association. And I always say bouncing back. Think of it as the rubber band. You stretch it, it bounces back to the normal size. So think about that. So I want to give you some tips on some resilience. It's helped me. I tell people. Anyway, the number one tip that I share with many people during my talks is laughter. Laughter, it makes so much sense. Sense of humor is needed. You could be in the middle crying and you have that best friend, that bestie, that spouse, just maybe even a stranger. Has happened to me before. They make you get these laughing lines. It just helps you temporarily, but it kind of gives you a sense that it's going to be okay. So, and something I always do too, I love going to comedy shows. And if you can't do that, Netflix. And if you can't do that, go to your friend's house for laughter. If you can't do that, make others laugh. Believe me, it works. Okay, that's number one. Number two, like my sister always tells me, experience is the teacher. I had to let go of asking why this, why that. It just didn't make any sense. Because you always ask yourself, why is this happening to me? But think about all the hardships you've done in the past. And you're here watching this video. And you're here going day by day. You've did it. I did it. So view the life through the lives of others, through your life. So kind of always go and reflect. It's pretty much. Number two is pretty much reflect and learn those life lessons. And like my twin sister would tell me, yes, I'm a twin sister. I have a twin. Let go of asking why and focus on the now, you know, and experience the teacher. Learn from the experiences. Okay? Number three, focus on the positive lessons. I mean, I can't even tell you how I would dwell every time on the negative things, or about myself, about my weight. Well, you know, I have cellulite, or I'm too thick, or I don't like my curly hair, or I don't like this, I don't like that. Focus on the positive lessons about yourself and about what you're going through. Or say, you know, I failed this test. Okay, so guess what? Change your approach. Work harder, practice, seek help. Oh, I can't even tell you, I'll get back to it. Ask a lot of questions, you know. This one's a little longer because you have to get, you know, it's all about focus on the positive lessons. If you have a chronic illness, or if your child has a chronic illness, if someone in your family has a chronic illness, or your friends, and you ask yourself, why is all this happening? Why did I lose this loved one? Focus on those positive lessons. Trust me, it will subside. The pain will always be there, but it will subside. That's resilience, right? Something I don't like to talk about it, you know, because you get quickly judged. But one of my tattoos is resilience. Resilient. It's one of my favorite words. My other favorite word is unstoppable. And your thoughts should be unstoppable and positive, because, you know, you get to that point that everything is negative. So view your accomplishments and do never overlook them, you know, and not always focus on the failures. Because in order to have a failure, that's how you get better, when you have those failures. So keep that in mind. Another thing, when you go through a lot, have a side hustle. This is how a lot of people end up getting noticed on YouTube. They were their side hustles. I mean, they all have jobs. Majority of people decide to do it full-time, but they started as part-time YouTubers. And this is another job I have, but it was kind of my calling. I was like, you know what? I think I need to help somebody out there. But guess what? You're probably seeing this, you're thinking, okay, who is this girl? But I tell you, we're all in the YouTube for a reason. We're here to inspire many and hopefully millions. So I rambled on for number 3 because it's about getting connected, and I could kind of shorten it up a little bit, but also establish important connections, volunteer, get a side hustle, get a little part-time job if you have bills, if you're in debt. And there's other ways to cut costs, and I'll get into that at another video. So that's number 3. Number 4, write in a journal. It doesn't have to be a fancy journal with a lock. It doesn't have to be a diary looking book. It could be as simple as a pad from the dollar store. And if you want to get fancy, like I have this written in here, I have another journal. Have it by your bed. Have one in the bathroom. I had this in the bathroom before. Something pops up, I write it down with a pen. I've written behind paper plates. I have written behind receipts. I mean, you name it, I've written it. I sometimes wrote something on my hands because those thoughts are so important. You know, if you see something on YouTube, or you read a book, or you went to a comedy show, write those thoughts down, jot them down. And when you go back, you go back to reflect and say, oh my God, I'm so happy I wrote all these things. So write a journal, write your thoughts down. It could be a song, it could be a poetry, it could be something you're upset with. That's part of the resilience, is gaining that, is writing the stuff down. You're realizing that I have to change my approach. I have to change this way. I have to make this work. I have to look at more of my accomplishments. I can't look at my failures, because I had a lot of failures. But then when I do, I look at the accomplishments and all the good things that I'm blessed with. And I know it's easier said than done, but just take some of these tips. As a disclaimer, this is based on my experience. Just some of the tips that has helped me, so hopefully it'll help you. Number 5? Yeah, number 5. Take care of yourself. And we have to realize, my husband and I always talked about this, that everyone has a different style. I'm here just rambling on, but this, I know that might be helping someone out there. I know it because I've gone on YouTube and I was so inspired with these great motivational speakers. And I'm not the best of the best, but I'm getting there. I'm trying, because we all have a testimony. We all have a story. So when it comes to take care of yourself, and it's a note that I'm looking at here, is just take the moment and let go of the tension, you know. If that means getting into a diet, like right now I'm changing my way of eating, changing my lifestyle. I'm a little bit overweight, but that's okay. I know I need to avoid any more ankle surgeries. I had 2. I need to lose some weight. So one thing I need to do about taking care of myself is that I have to have a healthier lifestyle. Not to become a size 2, which that would be great, but I'm okay. I'm okay of not being a size 2. For me, it's eating healthy, having a healthier lifestyle, and also get some sleep. I know there's sometimes we have to sacrifice, because a lot of us are working more than one job. A lot of us are staying up late, partying and studying and feeding our babies, and everything in between, whatever you're doing. But if you can sneak in some naps and maybe catch up with that sleep over the weekend, your body would thank you for it. Trust me. There's times I feel like, oh, I have to wake up 4 in the morning every day because I'm not going to be productive. But guess what? Your body shuts down. So sometimes you need to sleep. So sleep is important. Healthy diet. And you can treat yourself in the weekends. I'm not saying to go all straight healthy. I'm getting there little by little. Little bites in a healthier lifestyle. And that's it. So that's how you let go of some of your attention. And some other things that I think will also work with, number 6, is pray. And I'm not going to get into religion or politics or sex in my channels, so you need to go in somewhere else's channels. I'm not going to go on those 3 topics because it gets extremely controversial. But if you have someone that you want to pray or anything in terms of meditation, go for it. Whatever works for you. Like me, I tend to get so inspired with very powerful quotes, and I read them, and I write them in my journals, by the way. And I'm not stealing, I'm borrowing. So I quote the person, because they say, you are a thief when you steal, but you're a genius when you borrow. So keep that in mind. And if you want to become more resilient, consider some of the other tips that I've got from any medical research and the Mayo Foundation and anything that I read. So the ones I'm about to mention to you right now are borrowed, okay? They say make every day meaningful, do something that gives you a sense of purpose every day, and set your goals. If you want to become more resilient, remain hopeful, which pretty much sums up what I've talked about before, because something you have to realize, you can't change the past. You can't go back and get a large eraser from the Dollar Tree and go back and erase what happened. You can't. But what you could do, you could kind of navigate what direction you want for the future and for the now. Like in a few hours, I'm about to leave a speaking engagement, and I'm gonna kick some butt. And I'm looking forward to see more families that I've met before and connect with new ones. So, you know, just remain hopeful. Like I say, focus on the accomplishments. And something they also talk about is be proactive. Make a plan and take action. It's so important. I know it takes time to recover a setback. Trust me, I know. Traumatic loss, wherever situation you're in, you can work at it. Trust me. There's always someone out there to help you. Trust me. There's even had these apps. They have these apps to help you. You know, if you're going through this and you're like, well, I don't know how to gain resilience, there's people there that are going to help you. Trust me. And one of the main things that's helped me, I'm done with this, it's on the list, but that's helped me so much is music. Oh my God. Going to a show, seeing performances done in the park, because you can do things for free too. Amazing. Hearing music is so soothing. Watching my son DJ, watching my husband DJ, all types of music is so fulfilling, and it really fills that void sometimes. It does. Even singing and dancing, anything with the arts, if you go and navigate and kind of figure out what you like, you'll be amazed. It's so therapeutic. It's so therapeutic. So therapeutic. So anyway, that's enough of me yapping away. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until again, I see you next time. Bye. And enjoy your sweet mess.